The third game we have is the Rose Bowl. Oregon, Ohio State. A crazy game. The fourth game is Georgia, Notre Dame. These last two games, my apologies, four teams are just all blue blood programs. Ohio State versus Oregon, the 2015 national championship, first ever four-team national championship, and they find themselves battling to be a top four team. History, ladies and gentlemen. And then you have Georgia, who's won two of the last three national championships. And then you have Notre Dame, a program that's been playing since the 1800s with so much college football rich history. You just can't draw it up better than this. The Rose Bowl, two historic programs that faced off in the first ever four-team national championship, and then you have the Sugar Bowl featuring two-time national champions in the last 3 years, and Notre Dame, a program with just so much history. You cannot write it up better than this, but we're going to look at the Rose Bowl here first. It's Oregon, a team that's held the number one majority of the season. They have beat Ohio State previously, very early on in the season, 32-31, in a game that had about 6 or 7 lead changes throughout the whole stretch of the course. It was insane. A back and forth matchup. Offense after offense, defense after defense. Everyone was making plays in this matchup. It's an all-around football game. And for me, this is one where it's just two programs, two forces that are just moving. They're just picking up momentum. They're playing their brand of football. And now they're meeting off in the college football playoff in the quarterfinals. Two forces you can't stop going head-to-head. It's like a Beyblade here. This matchup is just like a Beyblade. You got two fast programs, two physical programs, two programs with everything to lose, two programs that have played so solid all the way down the stretch, and I truly believe the national champion is coming out of the Rose Bowl game. I truly believe whoever comes on top in this matchup wins the whole bracket. I think your 2025 national champion is your 2025 Rose Bowl champion. I believe whoever wins this game between Ohio State and Oregon has so much force. Whoever the Beyblade is that survives is just going to keep on spinning their way through the national championship, keep on spinning their way through Georgia, keep on spinning their way through Atlanta as your 2025 national champion. And in my books, here's my bold prediction for the Rose Bowl. It's the game you think it's going to be. It's the instant ESPN 300 Classic. It is the instant Rose Bowl highlight reel. You turn on YouTube, first thing you see is Rose Bowl 2025 highlights. One of these games you're going to be talking about for years. I'm hyping it up this much because I believe it has this much at stake. Ryan Day and his Buckeyes just went out and won 42-17 against a Tennessee SEC program that was excited for their shot. They thought they had everything in front of them. They had freshman Nico Iamaleava just starting, ready to go in that matchup, and they go out and they dismantle them. They beat them 42-17. They look like the best team in the nation. Everyone thought Ryan Day's job was on the line, and he goes out. Ryan Day says, watch this. He puts up 42 against Tennessee. He keeps him out of that game completely. He dominates the Volunteers, and now he rolls on for a rematch. He can really plant his stake here. He can say, this team, the number one consensus team that beat us earlier in the year, they have to play us again, and they don't want to do that. They're going to come out here, and I believe Ohio State is going to put up a statement game. I believe they will get rolling off the jump. I believe all four quarters they will keep pushing the gas pedal. They'll keep playing great football, and they're going to come out on top of this game. I believe they're going to win 45-35. I believe this is going to be a game back and forth until about the end of the third, start of the fourth. Ohio State makes key plays on defense. Ohio State keeps doing what they need to do. They play physical. They make great plays on both sides of the ball. Offense, defense. They do exactly what Ryan Day draws up to do. It's a great coached game. It's a great executed game. Ohio State makes big plays down the stretch. They ice the game late. They take this one 45-35. They win their second Rose Bowl in the last couple of years, and they roll on to face Texas in the next round of the college football playoff. I believe this is a game that truly has these implications to just be an instant classic down the stretch. I believe it will be one of the best games you see in recent history, and it's going to be one of the best playoff games to come out of this whole thing by far. Ohio State, Oregon, just aligns perfectly. We saw it be a 1-point game, beautiful in the regular season, back and forth, and now they rematch. The very first national championship in the 4-team playoff rematches in the quarterfinals to reach the top four. That's just poetry to me. That just writes itself. That's just amazing, and I believe this is going to be one of the best games we see in a while in college football. Instant classic. Ohio State comes out on top, and they roll all the way to the national championship. I believe they win that national championship, and I believe Ohio State once again reigns that trophy. Ryan Day eliminates any doubt of his coaching tenure there in Columbus, and I believe your Ohio State Buckeyes just look absolutely amazing. This is a team we're looking at preseason, and we were saying they have the most talented roster in the nation. They have the best squad. They have just the best unit. They have so many recruits, so many guys. Caleb Downs transferring from Alabama. They have guys ready to step up at receiver. They have the freshman, Jeremiah Smith, Emeka Egbuka, who's just been a monster all year. Carnell Tate, who's been making plays all year. Travion Henderson, Quinshawn Judkins. You have the two-headed horse at running back. We have a new quarterback, big, physical, that we're excited about. And they just go out and play their brand of football. They drop one to Michigan in their rivalry. It's just they prepare differently for that game, Michigan, every single year, and they've dropped them off the last 4 years. But Ohio State, just their ability to bounce back has always been one of their strengths. They bounce back in a huge way against Tennessee, and I think they're going to bounce back against their rival, newfound Big Ten rival in Oregon, in a huge way and just get a huge win down the stretch. Ohio State is your 2025 Rose Bowl and 2025 national champion. That is my prediction, but we still have one game left to preview.